Hello students, welcome to online class. Today we will discuss about database concept, which will clear your idea and concept regarding the database. Now, in database concept, first of all, we need to learn what to mean by a database. A database is a collection of data or information that is organized so that it can be easily accessed, managed, and updated. In database, data is organized into row, column, and table, and it is indexed to make it easier to find relevant information. It works like a container which contains the various objects like table, queries, report, etc. in organized way. So that means if anyone is asking you what are the components of a database, then the answer can be table, queries. Why do we need a database? One of the most common questions for us. To manage large chunk of data, if size of data increased into thousands of records, it will simply create a problem to manage database. A database can manage large amount of data accuracy. Through validation rule in database, data accuracy can be maintained. Ease of updating data. With the database, we can flexibly update the data according to our convenience. Moreover, multiple people can also edit the data at the same time. Security of data. With database, we have security groups and privilege to restrict access. Data integrity. In database, we can assure of accuracy and consistency of data due to the built-in integrity checks and access control. So these are the advantages we may use or we can access for a database. Now, database management system, one of the most important part of a database. A DBMS, which is commonly known as database management system, refer to a software that is responsible for storing, maintaining, and utilizing database in an efficient way. A database along with DBMS software is called database system. Example of DBMS softwares are Oracle, MS SQL Server, MS Access, Paradox, DB2, and MySQL, etc. MySQL is open source and freeware DB. Advantages of database system. The databases reduces redundancy. That means it removes duplication of data because data are kept at one place and all the application refers to the centrally maintained database. Database controls inconsistency. When two copies of the same data do not agree to each other, then it is called inconsistency. By controlling redundancy, the inconsistency is also controlled. Database facilitates sharing of data. Data stored in the database can be shared among several users. Database ensures security. Data are protected against accidental or intentional disclosure to unauthorized person or unauthorized modification. Database maintains integrity. It enforces certain integrity rules to ensure the validity of correctness of data. For example, a date cannot be like 31st 2000. So these are the things an user can be able to receive from the database system. Data model, way of data representation. A data model is a model or representation or a presentation which shows how data is organized or stored in a database. A data is modeled by one of the following given option. Number one, relational data model. In this model, data is organized into relations or tables, that is row or column. A row in a table represents a relationship of data to each other and also called a tuple or record. A column is called attribute or field in a table. Network data model. In this model, data is represented by collection of records and relationship among data is shown by link. Hierarchical data model. In this model, records are organized as trees. Records at top level is called root record and this may contain multiple directly linked children records. Object-oriented data model. In this model, records are represented as object. The collection of similar types of object is called class. So these are the different way or the model available for a data representation. Now, relational database. A relational database is a collective set of multiple data sets organized by table, record, and column. Relational database establish a well-defined relationship between database table. Table communicate and share information which facilitates data searchability, organization, and reporting. A relational database uses structured query language, which is a standard user application that provides an easy programming interface for database interaction. Now, relational database term. These are the following terms an user can be able to get at the time of RDBMS, like name, status, city. This will come under domain name. Next, we will get the cardinality. Cardinality means the number of row available in a table, and each and every information of that table will be actually known as the attributes or a degree, and altogether it will be known as a relation. That means the information which will comes against a particular field is actually going to be known as a relation. Over here, the first field of a database will be the primary key. Relational database term. Number one, relation, which is also known as a table. A relation or table is matrix-like structure arranged in row and column. It has the following properties. Number one, atomicity. Each column assigned a unique name and must have atomic indivisible value. That is a value that cannot be further subdivided. No duplicity. No two row of relation will be identical. That is, in any two row value in at least one column must be different. All items in a column are homogeneous, that is the same data type. Ordering of rows and column is immaterial over here. Domain. What is domain? It is the collection of values from which the value is derived for a column. Next, tuple, entity or record. These all three are the same option. According to our requirement, according to our purpose, we are used to call the name. Row of a table is called a tuple or a record. That means, as I said before, tuple, entity and record are the same optionally. As per our requirement or the situation demands, we are going to invite the name accordingly. Attribute, that means the field. Column of a table is called attribute or a field. Degree, number of column or the attribute in a table is known as degree. Next, cardinality, the number of row, that means the record in a table is actually known as the cardinality. So that means in case of RDBMS, the most important things we need to concern, that is the domain, tuple, attribute, degree and cardinality. And without degree and cardinality, we cannot be able to create a database. That is the most important. Now we need to learn about keys in a database. Keys play an important role in an RDBMS. It is used for identifying unique row from a table and establish relationship among table on need. So that means what is key? So the answer will be that key is an option which helps to identify the unique row from a table and establish relationship among the table as per our requirement. Now the next important thing, that is the type of keys available in DBMS. So in case of a DBMS, we are having 4 different types of keys. So number one, that is the primary key. What is primary key? A primary key is a column or set of column in a table that uniquely identifies tuple or row in that table. Now next option is candidate key. So what is candidate key? It is an attribute or a set of attributes or keys participating for primary key to uniquely identify each record in that table. The next option is what? That is the alternate key. Out of all candidate key, only one gets selected as the primary key. Remaining keys are known as alternate or the secondary key. And the last option is what? That is the foreign key. So what is foreign key? Foreign keys are the column of a table that points to the primary key of another table. They act as a cross reference between the table. So these are the four keys available in case of a DBMS, but out of these four keys, primary key and foreign key will play an important role for us. So what is primary key? So what is primary key? Now a primary key is a column or set of column in a table that uniquely identifies tuple. That means with the help of a primary key, an user can be able to identify the record or the row from a table or from a database uniquely. Next option is foreign key. Foreign keys are the column of a table that points to the primary key of another table. So that means when we will make cross reference from one table to another table or one database to another database, that time we need to take help of this foreign key. And in case of a foreign key, we need to find out any particular field which is common in multiple table or a database. Now here we can see the actual structure of keys in a database. So as for the definition, the primary key, the first ever field of a table is actually known as a primary key. It can be used as a candidate key with the other keys also, but it will depend according to our requirement. Now if our candidate key is unable to serve or unable to solve the problem, that time we need to take help of some other key. That time it will be known as the alternate key. It is not necessary that always the first field of a database needs to be set as a primary key. Any particular field which is going to hold or carry some unique value which is not going to same for the other row or the information, so that particular field can also have the opportunity to be as a primary key. Now in case of cross reference, we need to take help of the foreign key. So as I said before, foreign key needs to be same field. It can be particular or it can be multiple. So same field from both the table. So over here in the first table, which is named as employee table, the name of the first field mentioned as employee ID, and in the second table which is named as salary table, over there the first field named as employee ID. So that means over here this employee ID of the second table will play the role of foreign key. So this is the actual scenario of keys for an RDBMS. Thank you everyone. Thanks for watching my video. Please like my video, and if you want to enjoy this type of video, then please follow my channel. Thank you everyone.